keep it down, will you? Listen, this weekend is the biggest game of the year, and that means the party you're hosting for it is the biggest party of your year. And I'm gonna show you how to make out like a bandit with one awesome play repeated over and over. And when your game is over, you're gonna have enough food to last you until the next bowl game. Now, if you wanna be a winner, you gotta think like a winner. Now pay attention, we've only got time to go over this once, and you gotta hit the field. Guest number 1 comes in with bacon balls. It's a food. He goes wide for the end around to the coffee table. You run over and intercept him, but don't make him fumble. Help him put the plate on the table, because these bacon balls are going to be your decoy food for the rest of your game. They're really tasty little things that don't take long to make either. All you do is hard boil some eggs, crack the shell off, wrap one piece of bacon around the long end and one piece of bacon around the middle. Then you shove them in a muffin pan and stuff them in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. Then flip them over for another 10 minutes and plop them out. Then you bring him a beer. Now your second guest comes in with a game day staple, sticky wings. But he takes you by surprise and goes straight up the middle. You wheel around and stop him in his tracks. Grab that plate of food from him and take off like the bandit you are. Back upfield to your own end zone where you hand it off to your partner in crime lying in wait in the kitchen. It's hard to walk away from these things though. You just take a bunch of wings, you cover them with sea salt and pepper, add a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, a teaspoon of soy sauce, and a teaspoon of red wine vinegar and Tabasco. Then let it marinate for about an hour, or maybe 3 in the fridge. Then you drain them, you put them on a cookie sheet in the oven at 300 degrees for an hour. But watch them, you don't want to burn them. And while you're waiting for them to cook, you can mix up a half a pint of your favorite barbecue sauce, 2 teaspoons of light brown sugar to really make them sticky, and add about 4 spring onions. And when they're finished with stage 1 of the oven assault, dump them in the bowl with the glaze to coat them and put them back on the sheet. And in the oven now at 400 degrees for 30 minutes or so. But keep an eye on them, you don't want to burn them. Then you bring everybody more beer. Now all this time, your co-conspirator's been fixing something called Kale Chips. This is known as a healthy alternative to regular game food. And they're very simple to make. You cut up some kale, you put it on a non-stick cookie sheet, drizzle some olive oil over top of it, grind some sea salt over it. Bake it at 450 degrees for 10 minutes, and you're done. You can do this all day. That is a very important step to the execution of this play. Remember it, I can't help you once that whistle blows. Next, guest number 3 comes in with some kind of store-bought mystery meat piled high on a platter. Well, you block him right at the line of your doorway and catch his food donation before it hits the floor and run it into your end zone. Another score. Now at this point, your co-conspirator shoots out of the backfield and proclaims,
"Hey guys, look, Kale Chips. They're a great substitute for other Super Bowl foods. They're salty, tasty, crunchy, and good for you. Kale Chips."
Game over. Your friends will now politely and quickly remember that they forgot to pick up that set of tea towels at Bed Bath & Beyond and other manly duties. And they'll shoot out of your place and go right down to Jerry's Bar and Grill where they can eat what they want, leaving all that other food they brought behind in your kitchen, because you can't take food into a bar. Meanwhile, you've scored the biggest upset of your life, and you can chow down on all this tasty big game food for the next week or 2. And it didn't cost you a cent. But watch out, if you eat that food too fast, your 32 belly on 4 could look more like a 38 belly on the floor. You're welcome.